Well, g'day again, everyone. Okay, firstly, I made a video, probably the last video I made at home, where I was contemplating cutting the quarter panel of the van to try and relieve the dents. It needed shrinking, but I don't have the means to do it. I don't have the oxy, and I don't have the knowledge either. So I had to find other ways around it. Now, this panel was floppy. It was already stretched. I could put my hand in behind it, and it was doing the oil can thing, where you push it in and it pops back and push it. So, that tells me that, I'm not going to be able to just get in behind it and knock the dents out. It's, you knock it out here, it'll pop in somewhere else. So you have to take the shrink out of it. So, as I said, I planned to do this 3-4 weeks ago, because I've been on a holiday. I went up, took the bug 3,000 k's up to northern New South Wales, and but I've been back close to a week now, and I've just been sitting there looking at it, thinking, should I, and shouldn't I? And it's driving me nuts just trying to make a decision. I'm so concerned about ruining it. But anyway, I got up this morning. I thought, just do it. If you stuff it up, well, you've learned something in the process. As I said, I've done this on minor dents, doing relief cuts, but nothing ever this on a panel this size. I've seen other people do it on videos, and point I'm making is probably not most, but a lot of the things you learn, I learned through stuffing it up by doing it the wrong way. From doing it the wrong way, you learn to do it the right way and learn what you can and can't do. And if you never try, you never learn. That's the point I'm making. But anyway, so I just got over. I thought, just do it, and we'll bear the consequences of it'll either work or it won't work. So I've come over here and cut it, and I wouldn't say much in that one, but in this one basically started fixing itself up. As I was cutting it, it's pulling out, it's coming out, the dent's coming out. So that's, it's probably about a 1/4 inch dent now. That was, 1.5 to 3/4 of an inch dent. So that's already pulled out without even touching it with a hammer. Just by putting a relief cut in it, it started popping itself out. So that's a real good sign. That was very pleasing to see that happen. So, but anyway, I'm not going to make a long, detailed video of my amateur panel beating and fiddle farting around. But so I'll just do an update on it. I'll do some panel beating. Let's see how I go. I said I didn't cut this one. This one's fairly minor. You could just get away with just bogging that. It'd be the most probably 3 mil. Probably not even that. Because the scratches go almost across. So I'll just tapping that a little bit. I'll do it before I weld these back up again. And of course there's another dent down here that'll tap out, or it should. And even again, if it doesn't, I could putty over that as well. That's minimal. So, and there's always going to be putty in here. Okay, I'm never going to be able to get it. I don't have the skills to make that perfect so that you don't putty it. So, but the idea is to get the basic shape, to get the pop out of it, get the oil can effect out of it. Make it strong, and reduce the putty to an absolute minimum. That's the goal. Okay, so anyway, as I said, we'll do an update on that. I had a few comments saying, oh, don't do that, but I don't have any other way of doing it. You know? I can't afford to take it to a panel beater, get it done professionally. I mean, you know, if I could afford that, it'd already be done. But I don't, you know, like, yeah, as it is, yeah, I'll probably another year just putting this back together because that's all I can afford to do. You know, I can buy a little bit each fortnight when I get my pension and, you know, do a bit of, yeah, selling and trading and a few small jobs here and there and to fund it, but you know, that's the only way I can do things, and if I don't do it that way, it won't happen at all. So that's where we're at. And yeah, as usual, I'm doing 3 jobs at once. Still got this Briggs and Stratton motor. I did put it in the sandblaster, but there was still too much grease on it, so I've taken it out and degreased it, pressure washed it. I'll put it back in the sandblaster now. Sandblaster won't remove grease. It's a really weird thing. You know, it's soft, you can just wipe it off with your hands, but you can blast it all you like with sandblaster and it won't move it. So, the other thing that doesn't move easily is paint. So, and yeah, start, I got a few bits and pieces. Got the exhaust. I need to get some exhaust paint for that. But you know, like I won't buy exhaust paint just for that. I've got to buy exhaust paint for the extractors on the van anyway. I've done that. Done this piece. I moved this morning from where it was, and there's been water dripping on it, so I'm glad it's already dry. Yeah, I hung it back down there again to dry the water off. Got a few other bits up in the corner that have already been sandblasted and painted. Of course, everything gets this red oxide primer. The idea is to, yeah, not just pretty it up, you know, I'm only going to sell it, but yeah, I don't want to create a problem, a future problem for whoever I sell it to, you know. So, yeah. Get rid of the rust. There's no point. There's no need to top coat the inside. Yeah, the top coat's just to make it look pretty. But yeah, that won't rust again. Well, not for a long time anyway. That primer's brilliant. But yeah, got the fire going again. It's pissing down rain on the outside. So yeah, it's a good excuse to warm the place up. But yeah, this has got to go in there. Oh, that'll take forever in the sandblaster. There's grease in there, dirt, and all this flaky rust. So if I cook that up first, most of that'll come off. The other thing that come off is the paint. Paint is really hard to remove in a sandblaster. Or, you know, a cabinet just with an average compressor anyway. You know, industrial one would blow that off, no problem. But anyway, yeah, get this wood down a bit. I'll stick that in there. I did have to cut a piece out of the corner. I tried to remove it. I thought it was rubber at first, but it's actually alloy. Either way, I can't put it in the fire like that. Yeah, the alloy will melt. So I did have an attempt at getting it out, but yeah, I couldn't see any way of getting it out without destroying it, so yeah, cut that piece off. I'll just weld it back in when I'm done. It's still easier to weld that piece back in and dress it up than it is to try and blast all that old paint off. And yeah, I've got a few more bits to do. What I have done, I got given 2 old compressors, neither of which were working. Both the tanks were rusted inside and out. I tossed them. One had the Briggs and Stratton motor on it, and that was hooked to this pump. This pump here. This is the tank off my old one. The motor was, or not motor, the pump was absolutely cactus on it. The motor burned out ages ago. Yes, and I've managed to get a really good pump, so I've put that pump on there. It works real strong. Electric motor, which was off the other compressor, as I said, I got given two. Yeah, it's a bit noisy, but it's working. So it's got a sort of a funny thing. It doesn't have carbon brushes. It's got a steel, like tang arm things instead of brushes, and yeah, they're sort of making a bit of noise. I did pull it apart and clean it, but so I thought the bearings might have gone, but the bearings are fine. I cleaned a bit of rust off it and that, but yeah, how long it'll work, I don't know. As I said, this brush system's a bit of a funny setup. It's probably worn out. But anyway, as I said, I got that working. So I've hooked the two compressors together now. Just gives me that little bit longer. So it's a good thing about getting two other compressors. I've got a whole lot of bits and pieces, gauges and other water filter, different fittings and etc. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. I got two compressors hooked together so I can sandblast a bit longer. But yeah, so that's the plan for today. There won't be anything happening outside today. It's pissing down raining, so yeah, good time to work in the shed and yeah, get those small jobs done. So yeah, and yeah, I'm still standing around in my jammies. Got my old crappy old coat that I wear as a dressing gown. It's a bad habit of mine actually. I come out here for a smoke and a coffee and then end up fiddle farting around and working in my jammies. So I better go and get dressed. Never used to wear jammies till I come to Tassie, but no, it's essential down here. I used to just sleep in my undies when I lived in Sydney, but yeah, too cold for that down here. Anyway, we shall get on with it, and yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for listening to my rambling. Okay, bye.